pretty good. Like immediately. Cool. That usually doesn't happen. Don't fall. Cool. Okay, and with that, welcome to the first bookshelf organization stream of 2025. Starting off immediately. Oh, first of all, Happy New Year. This isn't the first stream of 2025, but it is the first like IRL stream. So, hi, welcome to 2025. Yeah, I don't know how much talking I'll be doing today because my throat is not feeling amazing. So yeah, and also, to be honest, in the past couple weeks I haven't done a ton of stuff, like exciting stuff. But hey, either way, we can start out with the books. And it is a thing that I'm gonna talk about today. In the past couple weeks, I haven't stopped reading. So there are some additions in the books. I'll go over them when I get to them. Same with the new book, of course. But yeah, I haven't stopped reading. And hey, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I haven't stopped reading. So. Wait, is that for real? Oh, we only have 2 books on run now on these shelves. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Didn't notice until right now. Ooh, and we need to start counting L's. Yeah. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're still good. We are barely good, but we're still good. Like, for people who haven't watched this before, haven't seen these streams before, what I do with my books is, like, I ordered them alphabetically on title or title of book series. Right, but I've been doing that since I've seriously started reading a couple of years ago. But at a certain point, at the letter D, I will get there eventually. When I would be making these piles, the piles would like fall over because they were too tall. So then I made a point of it to, if a certain letter has more than 15 books, I make piles out of 10 books of them. So like with the letter L, there are now 14 books, so it's one pile of 14 and I know it won't fall. If it's a 15th, same thing, if it's one pile of 15 and I know it won't fall. If it's 16, at that point I'm not willing to take risks. So if I have 16 books of a certain letter, there'll be a pile of 10 and then a pile of 6. And that second pile can go up to 15 again. Yeah. Right? Am I explaining that correctly? Yeah. Yeah. So if the else is just one file, but we'll get 2 letters where it's multiple files. In actually not too long. So. Oh, and also that. The first book that I've read in the meanwhile in between these streams. Look out for the little guy. You might know it better with the dust jacket. This one at the end, Ben book. Yes, it was very funny. It actually went into the character of Scott Lang a little bit more than what they do in the movies, which I like. Yeah, short book. Like if you compare it with the book that he's holding in the movie in Amenados Quantumania, that looks like a chunker. That looks like a 400-page book. This book isn't even 200 pages, and there are pictures in there. So yeah, but it's good. It's funny, and for an MCU fan, I definitely recommend it. And oh, that's another thing. Yes, I have the dust jacket off. I have them off of most books. I already saw one example of it not being off, and that might be the only example that I got. No, not the only example that I got. But thinking over the examples real quick. This one has a dust jacket on it, because if you take that off, it's really difficult on the spine to read the title of the book because it's black on black. And this one is a special edition of the Winnie the Pooh books, and in this nice sturdy box, the books itself are also in its dust jacket. If I want to read Winnie the Pooh, I will read the other editions that I have, because I just want to keep the special edition as a special edition, you know. So that's why I keep it with the dust jackets on. But otherwise, they go off because first of all, I think it looks prettier on the shelves with the dust jackets off, and second, I don't like the way it feels when I read a book, you know. Because that's the thing. If there's a dust jacket on there, it means that it's a hardback. And with a hardback, I like to feel the hardback. That it's, yeah. I know I'm not the only book reader that does that, but it still might be considered a little weird. I don't know. Every book reader has its quirks and is a little weird. Yeah, we are all a little weird. I wonder, will it take long before we get to the next new book? It's gonna be a little. Meanwhile, I can just quietly do this. Well, quietly, you know me, I'm not quiet. Not doing these things. If I do this alone on my own time, because I have been doing this as well off stream, just for my own, because this is mostly for my own that I do this, I'm quiet. I might listen to music. Last week I listened to a podcast. I will talk about the podcast later this stream. Yeah, later this stream. Yeah, that's when I got like to the letter D. That's when I can easily talk about all that stuff. Because then at that point I have time. But yeah, I'm not just talking out loud when I do this on my own. But I do need some sounds on in the background. So for now, the music that I'm playing, it's for you guys, but it's also for me. It's just that if I were to do this offline, and I would listen to music and not a podcast, the music wouldn't be copyright free. This is copyright free, but yeah, the other music, no. Music that I usually listen to. Okay, the H's. The H's is the first letter with multiple vowels actually. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Is that correct? Wait, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, what I'm gonna do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, is funny story. You know, I just told you guys that I made files out of 15 in the second pile. I won't, because then the third pile, yeah, there would have been a third pile. No, it still works. It still works. It still works. My original explanation still stands. It's just that the letter H now has 3 piles. Still doesn't beat the letter D. Because on the letter D there's Discworld with its 41 books. Damn. Look at the back. Oh, and this one goes on this next shelf. The new book is gonna go there. Yeah, that works. Actually, there. Okay. Next book that I've read in the meanwhile. It has a Dutch title. I'm Dutch. I live in the Netherlands. Every now and then I read Dutch books, especially if I cannot easily get them in English or if they're originally written in Dutch, which this isn't. This is originally written in Polish. I now read. I cannot read Polish, so Dutch it is. The Dutch title is Heksen, Spreuken en Rituelen, which is basically does it say on here? It just says it's English. Just original title: The Little Book of Spells. Yeah, it's about Wiccans and witches and stuff like that. I find those things very interesting. It's not for everyone. But it's just a small little book. I got more of this stuff in here. Yeah, if you're interested in that stuff, I do recommend it. It's a quick, easy read. It's a nice little guide to keep. But yeah, only if you're into that. Okay. Potters, witchcraft of a different kind, like definitely fictional witchcraft. With this, I'm not quite sure if it is fiction. But I am also one of those people who's like, well, if you don't believe in it, or in my private life, if you don't want to hear about it, that's fine, I'll shut up about it. In here, hey, guess what? It's my stream. If I want to talk about something, I'll talk about that. Like, I'll be respectful. Yes, but still, you know. Ooh, am I gonna have to count for the next one as well? Just to be sure I will. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We are still good. Nice. Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna go over real quickly the new book, because it's a sequel to a book that I've read also in between. And a new book this week that I'm going to read is Good Girl Bad Blood. It's the sequel to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Yeah, also another explanation. Every week I buy at least one book. That's part of why I do this, because it needs to go in the shelves, but I still need my shelves to look neat and tidy. So yeah, every week, every Thursday, like today, before I go online, I go to the bookstore, same bookstore every week, yes. They know me there, we always have a little talk, it's fun. And I buy a new book. Yeah. And it's this one, this week. The sequel to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I have also read. This is actually the first book that I've read fully in 2025. I fell in love with it. Read through it in like 3 days. Yeah, it's great. I couldn't get into the series, so I stopped watching in like after like the first half of the first episode. Sorry, but yeah, can't wait to start the sequel. And hey, they come in these like awesome special editions, and I have the last one. They weren't even able to order these at the bookstore anymore, so they held this one back just for me. I love those people. They are awesome. Like, yeah. So this is gonna fit really well on the shelves. It's gonna look real pretty. And this is a series where I want to read, at the very least, the next 2 books this year. The Millennium book series, like the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo and its sequels. Like, I know there's a 3rd trilogy, but that 3rd trilogy is still being written. Like, the 1st book is out, I think. and I think I'm gonna wait until the full trilogy is out before I start reading the third trilogy. So for this year, yes, the second trilogy is on. I've already read the first book of the second trilogy late last year, The Girl in the Spider's Web, but I want to read then technically book 5 and 6 this year. Yeah. It's on the list of books that I want to read in 2025. A specific list is there. It's not really there yet. There are a couple books, but not much. But yeah, stay there. Use book ball. Does always fall. You can always. Jeez, look. It's Frankenstein. I haven't read it in a while. I think I read this during Halloween 2023, I think. I talked with my dad about the book yesterday, and he thought it was really disturbing. And I was kind of like, well, for early 19th century, yeah, maybe, but for now, come on. There's way worse. Like, especially in horror movies, there's way worse. But he meant more of like the idea of getting different bodies and making one new body out of it that he found that disturbing. Still, I was like, you should watch Terrifier. You shouldn't watch Terrifier. You really shouldn't watch Terrifier. But that's more disturbing. That is definitely more disturbing than Frankenstein. But also, in his mind, it was like a giant book. It isn't that big. It isn't that big. It's Old English, which makes it a bit more difficult to read. Yes, and especially back when I read it, I did have a pretty hard time getting through it. My Old English still isn't great, but it has gotten better over the years. Like, I remember in 2022, I think, I read, I first read Edgar Allan Poe. Oof. That was difficult to get through. Yeah. But I did it, and I read more of him later on, and it got easier already. I might reread some Poe this year, or like get another Poe book this year, maybe even. Not sure yet. Yeah, and then probably I'll do that like September, October-ish, you know, for the Halloween months. Oh, that is a thing that I want to read this year more of. Fear Street, and I don't know if it's gonna specifically be in September, October. It might be more throughout the year because I do like the spooky and the horror and the blood and the murder stuff. Overall, it's just that the vibes of Poe fit really well in September and October. And technically these months, I mean, it's grey outside, it's still dark pretty early on. I don't know, maybe I'll read it. Maybe I'll get a Poe book during the winter. Maybe. Fantastic Mr. Fox. I don't remember if I've read this before the last bookshelf stream. If it was after, well, just a small little childhood favorite of mine. Hadn't read it in years. Yeah, it's a very quick read. It really is. You're through it in like half an hour. But it's a classic. It's a childhood classic and the mandatory book. Yeah, it took me too long to get it. but it belongs in any home library. Even if, like me, you don't have children and you don't even want children for your own. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a while until I get to books that I've read in between. Yeah. 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 So I can talk about other shit stuff. I wanted to say shit and stuff at the same time. That doesn't work. We got shit, apparently. That I've done in between streams, you know. There was Christmas, there was New Year's. I had fun at both, but you know, it's Christmas, it's New Year's, it's same old. Same old, same old. I think that's how the saying goes. So yeah, it's cool. Sounds really disrespectful. I don't mean it that way, but you know, what's there to say? Okay, other than that, small stuff that is only exciting for readers. I used to have a chair in my guest bedroom and a little like seating thing here, but it never really sat that comfortably, so I changed it out. Oh, and wait, I need to count first. Count first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, these are all letter G. I'm not finished yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. There's damn Discworlds and there's a whole Dreadwood series there and Dragon Ball. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, so I had a little seat there. It was never really that comfortable to sit on for long periods, you know. So I changed it out. I put the chair there. I had like a nice fleece Halloweeny, spooky stuff thing that I've thrown over it, and I've been sitting there reading lately, like quite a bit, because it's too cold to sit outside and read comfortably for hours. So yeah, I've been doing that. Let's see, I've been listening to a podcast which I don't really need to promote because that podcast is apparently a gigantic thing. I just hadn't heard of it. It's a true crime podcast, and I actually got into listening to true crime podcasts because the main character of Good Girls Guide to Murder does it, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I can get into that. So I started listening to My Favorite Murder. That's what the podcast is called. And they have a backlog of like over 450 podcasts episodes, so I'm gonna be good for a while. Although I already have listened to 11 of them, and I think I started with the first one last week. So like just over a week ago. So hey, not bad. But I got a while to go, and I don't think I'll finish this year. Yes, and with that I do mean 2025. That is how much it is, and I'm not listening to it daily either. Like, however, on some days I have listened to more than one. It's just that, on Friday I don't really have time to listen to podcasts. And on Saturday I already listened to Ruined. That stays my Saturday podcast, even though it comes out on Tuesdays, I listen to it on Saturday. So, yeah. Okay, let's see, what other stuff did I do? I've watched Sonic the Hedgehog 3. It was good, it was really good. I really liked it. I loved what they did with Shadow. I loved what they did with Shadow and Maria, particularly. Like, they've done some stuff that they've never done in the games. Like, they've shown a lot of Shadow and Maria together, and it was really good. They didn't directly shoot Maria. No, she died because someone shot like a tank of energy, and that exploded, and that explosion, Maria died. It's fine. It really is fine. But I was also kind of like, nah, you could have just shot her. And yeah, it would work just as well, if not better, for the movie. And no one would have really complained about it if you just had her shot. Even if it's just off screen, where just a bullet goes off, you see the bullet going off, and then you just see like a body from far away, because you see her body from far away anyway. So, but the way that it happens in the movie is fine. It's fine. Super Shadow, yeah, it's a thing, but it's a thing for a while in the movie. Super Sonic and Super Shadow, yeah, Sonic and Shadow go super for a pretty big part of the movie, actually. That's cool. It's a good movie. Yeah, cannot wait for Sonic 4, even though I'll have to wait like more than 2 years. 2027, yeah. Then, next up, there is Scream 7 news. They started filming, finally. Well, I say finally, they have like more than a year before the movie comes out, so there's plenty of time. There's a logo, and I love how the logo looks. It's just called Scream 7, and on the logo, which is also perfect, like we don't need a subtitle for Scream, we really don't. And the logo is the classic white Scream logo with a red 7, not like Roman style, but just a 7. And I think it looks really good. There's some blood spatter going on the white letters. Yes, nice, cool. It gives it a bit of an of its own identity still. What I don't like, and I was talking to the guy I was talking to my bookseller about it, because he's also a big fan of the franchise. If you look at the titles of Scream, sure, the word Scream is always in about the same font, and it looks good overall, yes. But it's Scream, then Scream 2 with a big red 2, Then Scream 3 with a red 3. Scream 4, and the A is a 4, but it's still just a red 4. Right, all good. Then you get to Scream 5, which is just called Scream, and it works for in the story because they talk about like requels or legacy sequels, which I like better. And they always just have the name of the original movie, like Halloween, like Candyman, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you know, all of that. So I do get it, but it looks a little off. And then I went to Scream 6, and Scream 6 is just called Scream 6, but it has the Roman letters, the VI, because they made it part of the M in Scream, and it's cool, it looks very good. It's just that now with Scream 7 and it's just a red 7 again. Yes, I do love the logo, but it's gonna look so weird on the shelf when eventually the Blu-ray is out and I have it. And yeah, it's a small thing, but yeah. Otherwise, yes, I love the logo. I love how it looks. And then with the cast, as far as they've shared, there are like a handful of actors and actresses that I don't know. One of them is apparently in the last couple of Ghostbusters movies, but they play new characters. Sure, we need Ghostface to slaughter some characters. Honestly, that's why they're there. Yes, there's one actress cast as specifically Sydney's daughter. So I'm curious about that. Hopefully for Sydney, the daughter is not Ghostface, because she has a pretty murderous family as it is. Her secret brother, which I still don't like, no one likes that, was a Ghostface murderer, and her cousin was one as well. So I really hope for her that her daughter doesn't turn out to be one. Although I wouldn't be surprised if the daughter dies, and that's why Sydney comes back. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Also, like, Gale is back. Cool. It hasn't been announced, but I fully, what do you call it? I wouldn't be surprised if Kirby is back too, because she survived 6. We love Hayden Panettiere. Yeah, bring her back for another one. Same with Patrick Dempsey. Like, I know the studio has been in talks, and he hasn't been officially announced yet. But I do think he's gonna be in there. Yeah. If they're gonna bring him back, this is the time to bring him back. Because canonically, he is married to Sydney, and Sydney's daughter is also his daughter, so yeah, let's bring him back. Then Mason Gooding is back. You know, Chad in Scream 5 and 6, and he plays the same character in 7. But the other of the core 4 are not back as far as they've announced. Now, it doesn't make sense to me that Chad is there, but the rest of them aren't, because how Scream 6 ends is that Chad survives a ton of stab wounds. Like a ton of stab wounds. And the other 4 also survived. And in the other 4, there is his twin sister, and at the end of the movie, his girlfriend. Those actors are not back. My theory is that they're back. My theory is that they're back. And Like Sam Carpenter, her actress was reportedly fired. I wouldn't be surprised if she still is there, if they get her back for in some way. Together with Jenna Ortega, and I forget the name of the actress who plays Mindy. She's very good in the movies as well. I think that they are back, and I think that they are getting killed in the opening scene. That's a theory of mine. Because specifically Chad is back and he needs something to do, and I don't see him as a cheater, especially if he cheated on Tara, and I don't see Tara as a cheater either. And otherwise, he knows Gil a bit, he knows Sydney a little bit, but that's it. So my guess is that he gets there and he has a little bit of like survivor's guilt, or at the very least that's something that I like to see in a Scream movie, a character with survivor's guilt, that he is the only one of the core four who survived that attack. You know, he is one of those survivors anyway, because in Scream 5 he got stabbed quite a bit and he survived. And in Scream 6 he got stabbed even more and he survived. So he's a bit of a survivor. So that's a theory that I have, and you know, yeah, keep my eye on that. I'm keeping my eye on that, yeah. See, other than that, officially now, if you guys haven't seen it yet, go watch it, because I'm going to talk about it a little bit. The Switch 2 review trailer, it's out. Go watch it on YouTube now if you haven't seen it and you don't want to get spoiled on certain aspects of it. Okay. You out? You gone? You pause this? Cool. So yeah, reveal trailer's out. To me, it basically just looks like, oh, it's a Switch. It's a Nintendo Switch. It's bigger. It's black with colored accents. So we're not gonna get multiple different models like we did with the original Switch. But overall, it just looks like a bigger Switch. Some people were raving about a C stick or a C button. I saw the extra button on there. Looking at my actual Switch right now, yeah, I saw it. There isn't like a C on it, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's like a capture thing. I don't know. No one even knows what the C button would do. But yeah, it just looks like a bigger Switch to me. We're getting more information April 2nd. So after April 2nd, I'll be able to talk about it a bit more. They specifically stated in it again, which Nintendo has already said, original Switch games are playable on Switch 2, including digital purchases. Very nice, very cool. I think I'm gonna get, well, I know I'm gonna get a Switch 2 eventually anyways. But that does mean that I'll probably get rid of my original Switch because I don't need it at that point anymore then. Other than that, they showed Mario Kart on it. And Yeah, I saw a reaction of someone and a guy was immediately like, "Oh, that's not a track in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or like not even in the DLC." So yeah, cool. Okay, so my guess is then rumors were already Mario Kart 9 that it's Mario Kart 9. I also wouldn't be surprised if we get a Switch 2 version of Metroid Prime 4 because that's coming out this year, earlier this year as well, and Pokemon Legends 2. I that's another game where I'm like, yeah, that's gonna get a Switch to port or something. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure that they're gonna do that because well, original Switch games are playable on Switch 2. Although with PS4 and PS5 it's the same. I don't know. Quickly in between, I've been starting to reread Diary of a Bookseller by Sean Bythell. This is like Bythell. I don't know. This is the first time I'm reading it, and I found out like yesterday, this guy. This is a non-fiction book about just his life in a bookshop. Apparently, this guy has already written 2 sequels to it. Those 2 sequels I'm also gonna read this year. Because, well, yes, this is the third time I'm reading this, so of course I'm gonna read more. Yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say about the Switch 2 reveal trailer. Go watch it. It's out. Yeah, there were rumors that it was going to come out today, and they did it. So yeah, like pretty silently. I was expecting like Nintendo posting something a couple days before and like we're gonna release it. We're gonna release it on Thursday. Ooh. They actually did it, yeah. Without something like that. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, cool. Hey, Bastian. I was just talking about it, but Bastian, have you seen the reveal trailer of the Nintendo Switch 2 already? It is on YouTube. Knowing Robin, he's gonna show it. Yeah, knowing Robin, he's going to show it tomorrow at Game Club. Anyway, so you're probably gonna see it tomorrow, anyways. But hey, if you want to watch it on your own, it's out. Cool. Don't watch it tomorrow. Nice. But other than that, you haven't missed much. Because everything that I've talked about so far on stream, well, except for specific books and what I thought of them, other things, yeah, you know already. I've talked about that stuff in Game Club as well. Sonic 3 and stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. almost done with the first couple shelves. And one more book. And before I start cleaning, first a bit of water. Okay. Now it's time to put the books back again. So what regular viewers of this might notice is usually on this upper shelf I have a JBL speaker, but now I can show you the speaker. This one. Now I've put it in front of my TV because I've been listening to that podcast, and I noticed that I like it better to have it there and the sound of it coming in the room like that. Like it sounds better. The sound quality on its own is better than the Google Home stuff that I use for like music now. And like if I go to the bathroom or whatever, I can just bring it with me. But yeah, the sound in general, it sounds better when it's there. The sound can go in the whole room and you actually get the bass with it very well as well. So that the thing is though, it means that I don't have a thing on the upper shelf here, and I am gonna look to get something there, you know, because I have the space for it, and like, why not? Maybe something Discworld related, even though the Discworld stuff only starts on the second shelf. But then I could put the Pokemon on the first shelf and then the Discworld on the second. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to take a look for that. Not quite sure yet what it will be. Letter C, let's go. C for cranberries. Okay, this song does kind of suck. I really don't like this track. It's over already. Good. This is already a bit more relaxed and a bit more in the style of this. And I'm curious once again if any books, and I think some books, how many books are going to end up right here from down there? Because the new book is quite big. It is over like 400 pages long. So. Yeah, all of this. But yeah, so far what I talked about, what I want to read this year. I want to read more Fear Street. I want to read the book 5 and 6 from the Millennium series, and to go with the Dragon Tattoo and stuff. I want to reread the Harry Potter but in English, but I don't want to give J.K. Rowling any of my money, so I'm gonna go to like second-hand stores, buy them there, because in that way she's not getting any of the profits. Oh, this was also a Death Collection. I'll bring it with the gods. But yeah, I do want to reread the Harry Potter but in English. I've never read them in English, so that'll be interesting. Once again, Edgar Allan Poe. Yes, I got a couple books that I want to reread. The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. Weird title, but yeah. I want to reread Ocean at the End of the Lane, A Monster Calls, Queen's Gambit, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. There's quite a bit of books that I want to reread this year. I am forgetting all the stuff that I want to reread, but there's plenty. Trust me. Yeah, for new stuff, there is a bit, but not much. I am interested in reading more like murder mystery books. Like more horror. I want to read even more about Wiccan stuff. If I can find Halloween related stuff, I'm always interested in that. It is a bit difficult to find books about the history of Halloween and like different traditions over the world and stuff like that. Like non-fiction books about Halloween in the Netherlands. Basically everything that I can order in through the bookstore I already have. So I'll keep asking if they get something new that they can order in. And I'll keep looking on my own online. But yeah, it's difficult. Especially in the Netherlands to get to get like a good amount of books on Halloween. Yeah, I do want to read about it, like every book that I can get my hands on. Rich's collection, and then we're almost done with this world. One more pile. And like, other than the Sean Bythell books, I have another book about bookshops ordered at my bookshop. Because they were like, next book you're gonna order is the 60th one, and we'd love it if you pick something special. So I ordered the bookshop book. It's about all different kinds of bookshops around the world and the history of bookshops and stuff like that. Very interesting. I think at least it's very interesting. So yeah, that's gonna be the 60th book that I ordered at my bookstore. Which seems very little, and I talked to my dad about it, and he was also like, but you read so much more. Yes, but a lot of books that I have, I just bought straight up at the bookstore. They didn't have to order it in. So that. Then every year there are a couple rereads. And sometimes when it's something really specific, or when it's something really specific and I don't really know if my bookshop would order those things for some reason, I'll order it myself. Like the Dragon Ball mangas, for instance. They are mostly ordered by myself. So, yeah, stuff like that. And every now and then I go to a different bookstore and I buy stuff there. It doesn't happen often, but, you know, every year a couple of books will be like that. Okay, those are finally all the letter D's. This one. These. Once again, the second set, or once again, I haven't said this room before. The second set of shelves are easier and shorter to do because there's less. Which is good, because we've already been streaming over an hour. Damn, I put a book that starts with G at the F file. Wow. Oh. Doesn't matter too much. For some reason this is hurting my ear. I'm gonna get a second pair of glasses or another pair of glasses real quick. Be right back. Okay. Yeah, that fits better. You first. First trilogy fits there. The first book of the second trilogy doesn't. Ooh, and now this is officially a series. Nice. Let's see how good this looks on the shelf. Because I'm curious. That one. This one right next to it. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks good. You'll see it. You get a good shot of it later, and especially in the end, I'll show it. It looks so good. Okay, and these two. And then I'm able to sit down on my ass for a bit. Because the first couple of letter H's I can just grab like this. Very useful. Chat from here. Also works. I cannot read it, but I can see it. And my glasses help a lot, but to be honest, I don't think many people could read chat from this angle. My guess is that the first Hunger Games book goes on the last shelf of these bookshelves. That's my guess. And then that's about it. Let's see. Fit there. You fit there perfectly. So that means that yes. The first part of the Hunger Games goes to the last shelf. Right here. which does mean that there is a book going up there today as well. I and still to this day, the only book that I have that starts with the letter J, Jurassic Park. I mean, maybe there's a Discworld title that starts with the letter J, but that's still in Discworld. So, and even there, I'm not sure. For a little bit again. For honesty, maybe the rest of this shelf? Maybe. I don't know yet for sure. Rings books. No. Oh, I don't know. Maybe this one fits. This one, the Martian, definitely doesn't fit. Maybe this one fits. Yeah, that one does fit. So, the Martian is the only book that goes up to the next couple shelves. First, more water, more water. Okay. But it goes up there for a bit. Right here. Okay, now I got plenty of time to talk about what the streams are gonna look like in the next couple weeks. Because this is gonna end up on YouTube. But for the next couple weeks, months, possibly, I don't know, these first day streams will be the only ones that get uploaded to YouTube. Because, because I'm doing this wrong. What the streams are gonna look like now is Mondays, Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Thursdays, Bookshelf Organization streams. And on Saturdays, what I like to call Mirror's Edge Deathless. And with Mirror's Edge Deathless, the idea is that I eventually want to get through Mirror's Edge without a single death. Saturday was kind of a pilot stream for that. The original idea was that to stream for up to 12 hours and try to go through it. My mindset really wasn't there for it, so I ended up cutting it short at like an hour and a half. But yeah, the idea is now that on Saturdays I will stream Mirror's Edge and I'll give it like a couple of shots to get through the game without dying. And I won't stop those Saturday streams until I got it, until I've, well, beaten Mirror's Edge completely without dying once. And those are gonna be streams of like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours long. The thing with those streams is I'm not gonna upload it to YouTube until I've actually had a stream where I did it, where I actually do beat Mirror's Edge without dying. That's the stream that's going up there. Otherwise, the YouTube videos, well, these are the same, but those are gonna be more and more of the same, you know? Yeah. Also because I don't really talk a lot during those streams. With these, I do, but yeah. So that's why they will not be uploaded on YouTube. And then on Monday, with Dragon Ball FighterZ, I'm going through story mode. But the thing is, all the cutscenes, yeah, they're not shown to, they're not shown in the streams themselves. It's something to do with the game that it doesn't show them. So there will just be a lot of nothing there if I upload them to YouTube. It's just the fights, and I still want to get through it. And if you're watching it, you can still just watch the fights and hear me talk in between and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna go get through it. I'm just not gonna upload it on YouTube. So yeah, for the next couple weeks / months, it's just gonna be this stream that's gonna get uploaded. And if you really do want to watch the rest, well, the VODs are on Twitch for I think a week. So yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be that's the schedule for the coming for the next while. Yeah. And I do have ideas for when I'm done with Mirror's Edge, what's going there, and when I'm done with Dragon Ball FighterZ, what's going on there. I have ideas, I'm not gonna tell them yet, but yeah, there is stuff. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's fine. Okay. These ones I do really need to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. That works perfectly. You know what's funny? When I started streaming late 2023, I don't think we had any books on these shelves. So in like a year we got this amount of books. Not all these books, but like about that amount of books. That's very cool to me. That's very cool to me. This is easy. I can just stand here, pick books, lay them on a pile. Ooh, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. Yep, you go on about there soon. Not yet though. See, I told you guys I don't have much to talk about this stream. Maybe next week, hopefully next week. Because this might also be just a bit of a boring stream for you guys to just have in the background and listen to. Sorry for that. Fits very well. But, nice. I'm almost done with taking the books off this shelf. Yeah, and this one. And finally the letter M for murder. That is definitely a book, right? M for Murder. Yeah. Maybe even a show or a movie. But definitely a book. Like, come on. And there's a possibility that the full amount of books that start with M are gonna be here next week. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure about that, but there is a definite shot of that happening. Yeah. Okay. More water, one more sip of water. Maybe two more this stream, I'm not quite sure yet. Even though we are almost done. I guess in like another 15 minutes or something. Maybe. Cleaning. Lamb, come on up. Come on up. And at least one of the Percy Jacksons is going to the second shelf in this. Huh. Which I think is also pretty cool. Oh, there we go. I was like, where's the music? There we are. Oh, then the letter P. Let's see how many Percy Jacksons fit on this shelf. Fit that? No. Oh, that doesn't fit. Okay. Damn. Okay. Cool. Which means there is a gap here for a little bit. until probably next week. Next week we'll be able to fill this up again. But that does also mean that, boom, that's gonna pretty much fill up this shelf. Which means that next week is gonna be a challenge. Maybe. Possibly. If that just fills it up, then we won't have a challenge yet next week, but then the week after. Oh, well, even that's not going to be. Yeah. Nothing to worry about yet. Gambit, the only Q. That is weird to me. Like, that J is one of the only letters with only one book. And next to that, there's the Q of Queen's Gambit, and a Dutch book I have that starts with the letter Z. So with Z and Q, I kind of get that there's only one book. But with J, man. Odd. And I have like R, and I only have 2 books with R. No. Slippers. I think the full lineup of letter S should fit here. But with the letter T, I'm not sure how much will fit. This one fits easily. I think maybe the Tower of Pooh also fits. It just fits. Like, I have trouble taking out a book if I want to reread something here in the next week. I'm not gonna get to that, so it's not gonna be too much of trouble, but yeah. But it does fit. And the rest of the letter T will go up here. Or down here, I should say. And then these. And the W's. Okay. And only the Y is and the Z. Let's see if it will fill up fully. Don't think so. I think there's a little bit of room there still, but not much. No, very little. Yeah. That is it for today. Okay. Well, first of all, if you're watching this on YouTube, yeah, I would love it if you would subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, all of that. In the description, you'll find a link to the DarkHedge94 Instagram. You can follow me there for updates on books that I'm reading, updates on streams, streaming schedules, and everything like that. There's a link to the Twitch channel. You can follow me there as well. Trying to get to 50 followers. Yeah, up there there's also a streaming schedule, updated weekly. Yeah, if you follow me, you'll get notifications whenever I go live. Be in chat, watch me do all of this live. Yeah, and also for the streams, Dragon Ball FighterZ and the Mirror's Edge Deathless streams are exclusively on Twitch as well. So if you want to see that, follow me on Twitch. There they are, as VODs for a week after I've streamed, and just for the live streams. Yeah, next stream is... Oh, no, I'm not done yet. In the description of YouTube, you can also find a link to the DarkHedge94 Discord. You can just join the Discord. There's no barrier of like a payment there of like Patreon or something. No, you can just follow me there or join that Discord group. And finally, I'll leave a link there to the playlist of music that I'm using. It's a playlist with music that's copyright free. You can just use it as background music for your live streams, for your YouTube videos, whatever, and you won't get in any trouble. You're good. Is that it? Yeah, okay, cool. Then, next stream is going to be on Saturday, Mirror's Edge Deathless. Then, next Monday, we'll continue Dragon Ball FighterZ. And next Thursday, I'll be back with another weekly book self-organization stream. Having said that, I hope you guys have a nice morning, afternoon, evening, weekend, night, whenever you're watching this. That could have been smoother. Next week, I need more practice. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Bye.